Jesus Talk Time, January 12, 2026. Colossians 2 verse 12. Buried with him in baptism, in which you also were raised with him through faith in the working of God, who raised him from the dead.
This passage is derived from the Epistle to the Colossians, authored by the Apostle Paul. It is directed towards the congregation in Colossae, an ancient city located in Phrygia, now situated within modern Turkey. The letter aims to confront heresies and erroneous doctrines that were permeating the church, while also encouraging believers to remain steadfast in their faith in Christ. The act of being buried with Christ through baptism symbolizes the believer's involvement in his death. This act signifies the cessation of the old self, the former sinful nature, and represents unity with Christ during his burial. Such symbolism denotes a clear departure from previous ways of life characterized by self-centeredness and sinfulness, embracing instead a new existence fostered through fellowship with Christ. The concepts of baptism and renewed life are fundamental aspects of Christian belief, illustrating a believer's identification with Christ, whose death and resurrection they share, thereby experiencing new life within him. This process transcends mere external rituals, embodying an inward spiritual truth. Baptism serves as an expression of faith, a public affirmation of one's loyalty to Christ, and signifies participation in Jesus' death and resurrection. Understanding this verse requires attention to its context. The Colossian church was grappling with misleading teachings that threatened to undermine Christ's supremacy and sufficiency. Various philosophies, traditions, and legalistic practices were being promoted as essential for spiritual growth and salvation. In response, Paul reassures believers of their completeness in Christ and cautions them against succumbing to hollow deceptions and human customs.
The imagery associated with baptism in this passage serves as a strong reminder for believers to remain anchored in their faith in Christ. It acts as a visual depiction of the gospel, a powerful testament to the believer's union with Christ, and illustrates God's transformative influence on their lives. In summary, Colossians 2 verse 12 presents a deeply meaningful and symbolically rich verse that encapsulates essential tenets of Christian faith.
It conveys how believers partake in Christ's death and resurrection through baptism, marking a transition into a new life rooted in him. This verse powerfully reminds individuals of their connection with Christ, highlights God's transformative work, and reinforces the essence of the gospel message. It urges believers to live fully aware of their identity in Christ, embrace renewed lives, and maintain their convictions amidst various false teachings and ideologies.
Thank you for watching.